Once we finish this Ace Attorney's game, we're going to take a little break. But as I said, I do have a filter here. But you know what? I'm going to say this. Whenever you feel bad, like I felt bad today, but can I mute the game? You know what? Hold on. You know what? I'm talking here. Whenever you feel bad, I think it helps put in perspective how good other things are. Like, oh, I'm having a bad time right now. But you know what? Yesterday was really good. So I think it makes you appreciate just how good things are when they're good. Okay, that's all. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm getting off my soapbox. I am not going to cry on stream. Nope, not happening. Alright, take 2, game. Does it seem like the audio's a little loud? Or is that just, is that on my end or is that everywhere? I think my headset might be too loud. Let me find, where's my music? Hold on. Play the music. Hello? Yeah, the music felt very loud. That's why I kept turning it off so I could know what's going on. Alright, there we go. That seems a bit better. I can adjust as needed without changing the volume on your end. They sure are taking their time. I thought it was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Hey, it's sorry to keep you losers waiting. I hate this guy so much. Wait no longer. I won the race to find Delicious Scone, and here she is. Hello, dears. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak with me. Delicious Scone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares that pharmacists can offer, at your service. Delicious are my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. You call me the winner, and I'll call you whatever I want. Alright, Winnie Pooh. Whatever you say. It's lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for calling me the winner. Haven't met before, young man? Hey, get a load of this, Delicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Why never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miles. He smiles. If you must address me by my given name, just Miles will do. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Greggy Pegleg's boy? And all grown up too. Maybe feel my age, why don't you? Wonders how old she is. She was looking older than she did before. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah, what brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. I understand she helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. I didn't do much, really. Just whipped up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. I can make an antidote just like that? Oh yes, dear. I'm gonna have the right ingredients. I can throw together just about any medicine you like. It's really helped that the medical room was well equipped, though. You're much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to a hospital. Anyway, we did whatever we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. Did you know who the victim is, Delicious? Oh yes, well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently he's famous these days. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. He's a well-known public figure. Oh yes, dear, he's on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they said. Oh, so the old dog really went to Zing Fa and upped his game, just like he said he would. Perhaps we could proceed to the matter at hand, Miss Scone. Are you familiar with the substance known as Infesticide Ultra? Of course, dear. Use it to get rid of, you know, what's. It's awfully strong, though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops. That's what you mean by you know what's. Little briars are fighting the life out of poor innocent ladies like yours truly. That's what. Guys, little creatures running around people's nice clean kitchens and terrorizing them? Oh, I get it. Those... Thank you, Miss Cone. One more question, if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals asphyxion and ubiquium are combined? Yes? Right there in the pesticide ultra instructions. Do not mix a product containing ubiquium, ever. As you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. Once again, effects of inhalation include respiratory complications and, well, death. Poor old Gussie very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you'd need to owe probably 500 milliliters each chemical, I'd say. I don't like this designation of milliliters because there's not a lot of chemicals like this. I feel like it would be a powder, and you would put it into water, which means you need the concentration of it, not the volume. This is volume. Whatever. I feel like if she said milligrams, I'd feel more comfortable. She talks like a skilled pharmacist. Okay, it's a liquid. Never mind. Liquid's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly indeed. So bright red and smells minty fresh. Oh, and cheap as chips. That's why I use it in everything. Fiction's more watery and white in color. That will do, thank you. You're pretty well informed, Miss Cone. As well, it should be, dearie. After all, Investicide Ultra is made by the company I work for. But before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I say, it's awfully terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Cone, very interesting indeed. That tells us all we need to know. I mean, you could steal it. Strange. I thought she suspected Miss Cone. But something in that smile makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. What's Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report? Yes, sir. Turns out the sculptured glass display case is open from the top. Huh, that's rather unusual. The temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry, it's still been turned off from yesterday. I'll get it fixed up. I turn it off when someone dreams specific fox. And then I have to usually be reminded to turn it back on because I forget. Okay, it's back on now. Carry on. Pisces case was kept to 26 degrees. Dang near got my hand stuck to it. But lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case? Brain and Fox. We have Classic Fox. Yeah, they found something on the underside of this top part of the Pisces case. Trace of ubiquium. Oh, now we're talking. That's odd. If there was ubiquium stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. Would, huh? So, how things wind up as they are now? I think Kay might be able to help us figure that out. Just that. But Mr. Thief might. Hey, you guys are that desperate on my good side, huh? Fine, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Take it away. Maybe I'm taking orders from this guy. Whatever, anything for the truth.
Overruled.
Before you get too carried away, the goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves. Ouch, why so frosty, Judge G? The baby prosecutor just gave us a big thumbs up. What's the issue here? Oh, wait. Don't tell me the committee has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us to find out. I'm not required to explain myself to you. I feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation. Perhaps you can prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around. What does she have in mind here? We'll trigger the release of the poison gas. To answer the question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation. Here are the ladies, Miles. Somebody opened the Pisces case and let out the gas. So we're learning so far, there's only one person it could have possibly be, no? Yes, the answer is indisputable. The gates please kind of provide it now. This is poison gas.
Take that!
Victim, Carmelo Gusto is the only person to have entered the autumn wing. Thus only he could have opened the case. Correct. That appears to be the only logical answer. Okay, Dancing Fox. That's a little dangerous with that skirt. But I think it turned out okay. Very well. I'll print your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you're contributing nothing of value, you'll be removed. Immediately. Understood. If Mr. Gusto did open the case, we still have no idea why. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see. Just today we've collected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off. On it. Oh, I had to click. I mean, just because I don't even think you're allowed to show panties on stage or on screen. Eek, don't scare me like that. That's what you were talking about. You're a Mr. Thief. Let's come back to examine the Pisces sculpture. There's a serious amount of ubiquitous frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. You're supposed to keep that lid on the real tight. Actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Really went down your little house there, huh, Pisces? Do you have any idea how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Well, it doesn't look like the outer facing side of the glass suffered any damage. So we have a cracked piece of glass that we know is ice cold on the inner facing side. Also, there wasn't damaged any direct way on the outer facing surface. Thoughts? Ice cold makes me think of the way you glare at people, sir. Cracks make me think about those deeply etched lines to your forehead. It's cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice cold glass from the outside will cause it to crack. Oh, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat cracked in the first place? Why indeed. A heat cracked glass lid aligned with some side of frozen ubiquium. Got the cat got the cream. Mouse Reno, you know what happened, don't you? I certainly do. What's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. Why don't you give me a chance to figure it out first? I'm quite the wait. Well, don't keep it yourself, Edgeworth. I want answers. Mr. Gusto opened the case.
Take that!
Blowtorch showed signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the autumn wing. It's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack. A blowtorch? Who used a blowtorch to open a glass case? I get it. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen ubiquium so he could open the lid. Indeed. No, you beat me to the answer by a second. We'll see who wins in the end. Don't try and tell us you nearly had it. You didn't have a clue. I mean, I guess. But bikinis are also different. Bikinis are different than panties. Don't ask me why, but that's a societal thing too. Anyway, don't try to tell you didn't have a clue. Oh, it's Edward making things hard to understand. Okay, would you mind updating the recreation so Mr. Winter can follow along too? Sure, just for him. Alright, here goes. Mr. Gusto was alone in the auto wing. While he was in here, he used his blowtorch to melt the frozen ubiquium on the underside of the lid. And? As the ubiquium melted, it mixed with the asphyxiant that was already present inside the glass case. I don't believe that. No. They were producing a poisonous gas. I don't think that's what... No, I don't think that's where it came from. When Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room, where he collapsed. I believe the asphyxiant was in the sprinklers. So in the case, now came the gas, huh? So we got there in the end. Well, why the heck a doodle did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure, in fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I think he might have come here for the same reason I did. Check out, not the autumn wing, but the winter wing. You're right. I thought this was where the winter wing was when we first got here. Oh, it's got two, did it? My little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused, what with it being where Chillywing's room was all those years ago. I've seen the same little tree in front of the blessed door. It wouldn't be all at 6s and 7s, eh? Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the winter wing. Time to see how quickly I can convince Mr. Winter, I suppose. Speak, ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer. Answer to what exactly? The man was going to end it all. A dramatic ecstasy left sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. Have you been listening at all this whole time? Yeah, at my level, I barely need to listen to a word. I still understand exactly half of what's going on. It's not exactly something to brag about. Get some keys! I'll tack explain a few of the finer details to you later, Eustace. Winner's prerogative. Winners? Sure, thanks, Gavel. Thank you indeed. I find it's always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. Meantime, don't you have something to tell us, Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What's it now? I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings to do it for me. I still brag about, you know. So shut up. Can't you see I'm talking? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. Yeah. I have something more important to tell you. It's, Miss Licious who set up the poison gas trap. We don't know. Probably nothing, given that they were discarded. Miss Licious set up the poison gas trap. Eek! Eek, how could you say that? I was great saddened to learn this, Miss Gomes. Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives. You just use your expertise to try to take one. I beg your pudding. How dare you? I did no such thing. Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Winter. You bet I can. Get a load of this. It's Miss Delicious' pharmacist license. Valid under the law of the state of Through. It says right here she's authorized to handle Investicide Ultra. The product that we have established contains asphyxium, one of the ingredients of our poison gas. Exactly. Almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She was a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do it. It's all just a terrible misunderstanding.
Objection!
That's not all. There's a bottle of Investicide Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. Eek! Eek! We know that you and Miss Bound took the victim to the medical room. But I won't slip the bottle into his pocket. No. It's Judy. There's only one person on the premises licensed to carry Investicide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Gomes. Furthermore, you're acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery. You have access to the building and ample opportunity to prepare your trap. But listen, you don't understand. That Investicide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Gomes. I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere. I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? That's not it. That's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Ah, here we go. I knew it was in here somewhere. What's this? There's something written on it, I think. Duh, it's a piece of paper. No first complaint filed. Offense, theft. Item stolen, Investicide Ultra. 1 bottle. It's a crime report relating to a theft. A what? See, you silly billies, I told you somebody pinched it off me a week ago, no less. What do you mean you say that it was not in your possession at any point today? Exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag just in case, you know. I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but well, I forgot my head if I would. I forget my head wasn't screwed on. Now thanks to you, silly old me. Thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poisonous gas with this stuff. I see, why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case, you never know when one of them might appear. You mean the gas little creatures that run around in people's nice clean kitchens type of them? You just roll up a newspaper and whack! One and done. Psst, Gavel, what do I do now? Of course. Maybe perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Scone's story after all. She may be lying to us. Good idea. Alright, I'm going to go give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. Miss Scone might not be guilty after all. If she really were the one who set up the poison gas trap, then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. Who do you think did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior, and the time and means to prepare. Two facts would point to one very specific person. Oh yeah? And who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, big guy. But the means still didn't affect said Ultra and dress. Someone looks like another.
Take that!
Surely only misbound the proprietor of these premises could possibly have prepared in such a way. We need some solid evidence to support such theory nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange, it's like he already knew. Ooh, nice shooting, Miles Reno. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That is not what I was hoping for. I'm back with results. Police have confirmed that the theft really wasn't reported and logged. Which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. Well, if you mean that every single one of your conclusions would be hogwash? No, I mean, we're only just getting started. Well, then what's our next move? Well, first we need to go and talk to Miss Bound. And then I'll think about what to do after that. Eustace? Discussion's real destination appears to have been both the Winter Wing. Must be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing. Yes, sir. Yeah, well, we're going to talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Eustace. We'll join you if you don't mind. She gonna serve us tea again? Why do they type that so slowly? You have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Mr. Winter, weren't we going to go talk with Miss Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought, why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? That's not grunt work. They have to sit back and wait for their report. A winning strategy. You spoiled little... Oh, he's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. Eek! God, it's a body! What on earth? Is that Miss Bound? Order in the court. It's my call for forensics. Bad news, sirs. Sir, real bad news. Order. I will have order, detective. The ice sculpture's Winter Wing. They've all melted. What? Did? Huh? Say? What's the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims? You talk about deja vu. Just like 18 years ago. Even the ice is melted again. Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. Said it before, and I'll say it again. This is no winky dink. You're with me, right, Miles? Miles Reno? I am. I think the answer's lie in the IS-7 instance itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Yeah, great minds think alike. Alright then. Time for another trip down memory lane. Oh no. Alright, save the progress. I still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it's been 18 long years since. Murder, confectionery contest, and one of the participants no less. Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was part of Samson's Tangaroa's Chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp and subsequently bled to death. Got the lamp hidden inside the Candy Castle delicious scone had made for the contest. Then before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations had melted clean away. See, why do they type it so slowly? All Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out and in no uncertain terms. 50 stream streak! Nice job, Pixels. So what do we do now, Mr. E? Can't believe you just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Now, Eddie. There's always a job with the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. You didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all work together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aims here are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Alright, I'm switching my water. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. What somebody is innocent ends up being behind bars with no managed to uncover the truth. It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. Rain and Fox, we have Spring Fox. Why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in just such situations, to be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless. Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as he hoped. Doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought that more before I opened my big mouth. And I'm very grateful for Pixels. I'm glad you found a place here where you feel safe and happy and comfortable. Yeah, you're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Mr. Edwards, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. Afraid that's all I have, but please, by all means. Oh, you're the best, Miss Bound. Handmade by Bound, rather shaped and incredibly sweet. Thank you. A sugar boost might actually help. Although these are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped. Sorry they're not to your taste. Wait, they're great. They're so sweet. Hehe, you're very kind. So I imagine, me of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? And you made these yourself? Yes, Amps loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Being a spy with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he spent most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique, Mr. Tango sure is a lucky guy. Eating homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants to. Sounds amazing. Oh, I'm sorry, did you say something? Nope, nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. Seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bound. Of course, what right would I have to stay here otherwise? Remember that. I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right, one snowy Christmas Eve, years ago he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I can never repay him. I work for him as the least I can do, and I'll be here for him as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little, myself. I think today is Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him, anything. If there's something I can do to help, just say it. We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculpture he made for the final. My, they're stunning. Are they? I think they're masterpieces. Let us know. Who thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored ice? I mean, ice sculpting is a thing. Samson adored them too. Oh wait, that's the Taurus and Gemini, right? I know you're keen on constellations and the zodiac Eddie. I love it, the stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called, and the arrow and the... Hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Huh? Should Ross forget to add them, maybe? That sounds like something he'd forget to do. Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type. You should have got something to hide, too. Just photograph yourself, Miss Bound? Yes, I used the instant camera here. It develops pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Oh, I'd love to see it in action. Hee, then why don't I take your picture? Yes, come on, Mr. E. Let's get a shot of both of us. Alright then. It would be a shame to waste a good hair day. That's a good hair day. Okay. Ready? Say cheese! There, all done. And the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. It's alright, it's not snowing very hard. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we got, so we use it for all our picture-taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame. So there aren't any negatives for us to reference here, huh? I assume Mr. Tangerel used the same camera during the contest. Yes, you assumed correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape. And later take some photos of the other contestants' works. But did you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? Did you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Ah, yes, Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. It seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the film ran out sooner than he expected. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. Had he really thought, though? I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back. When I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. How are we doing on ad time? We got 10 minutes, okay. Samson, are you in here? Ah! Mr. Frostbite was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police, and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and take this picture, Miss Pound. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Three remaining. Oh, we got a picture of that. Take the bad, Miss Scone. Are they done investigating? They're done with me, that's for certain. The big man told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequin's will be the end of me. Cheek of him. Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. Did he run you off too, Detective Bad? Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things this way with me around. Why Mr. Von Karma goes so far as to exclude his own lead detective? Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost Room. What about it? By the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest. Was Gusto went to Mr. Frost Room? That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment as the guy who melted Frost's work. Is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Got a photo of the room right here. If you need it, it's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? I gotta spell it out for you, kid? I'm offering to help you, guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective. The detective bad? Mr. Von Karma won't be happy about this. Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. He's gonna stonewall my investigation? And I'm not gonna play by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Oh, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. I haven't the foggiest what you're all going on about, but here's new friends, eh? It's definitely nice to have the good detective on our side, that's for sure. Let's take a look at that photograph. Here. This is what Frost's room looks like right now. It's missing something. Yeah, there's nothing left of his favorite ice sculptures but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in pale blue liquid. I should prepare this photograph as part of Miss Bound. Soon the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. Yeah, once that was out of the socket, this fake case has lost power. And temperature went, and up temperature went. Looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. Maybe when it was unplugged? Nope. Still working on that. The sculptures were beautiful. What a waste. If you say that again, I should have taken a few more bites out of them while I had a chance. Tasted good? Did they ever? I've never tried ice so scrumptious in my life. Hey man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable. Salty bit? It's another photo you've got there. This bit, the harpy thing. Gemini Slayer. Wait, that's why I had no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. Told you it was all horrible and salty. It's only one particular part of this particular. It's interesting that only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tastes different from the rest. Somebody other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Miss anything else, Miss Scone? Don't think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chili Minx's work. It's two little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go, yes, just like this. Almost like a signature or something. Wait. I assume Miss Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. She's not the type to skip any important detail like that. Hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. Are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost was particularly well? What? No, I barely knew him, I swear. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude towards work. No, the sculptures were carefully made. I didn't think you'd miss something so important. Kind of throw me away? I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. Well, what makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions. It shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. Well, no talk about it if you don't share. What are two bits of evidence of yours? This is the first.
Take that!
And now the second.
Take that!
Let's go and find the two letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. 4 minutes. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Assuming statues have the letters PH carved into them, plain as day. PH? Shouldn't it be AF? I think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. Oh. Trying to give me uppies, but just I slid off your hands? Take a look at this seal. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It's reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. And impressed on the surface of the item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the street set. The same pottery mark? We've already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halik. Now we can assume that these same letters will mark any item out as a piece of his work. I wish you were well aware, correct, Miss Bound? Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his. You mean Paul Leek was... That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He's no ordinary confectioner, at least, as far as Miss Bound was concerned. You see, Mr. Frost was, in fact... a famed sculptor. Mr. Frost was, in fact, another than the famed sculptor Paul Leek. What? Mr. Frost and Paul Leak were the same person. It's not like the mark's hard to copy, though. Anyone who's seen it can fake being him with it. That's like conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was. It's proof enough to Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have been kept investigated by the good people of the precinct. Alright. The ways to look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. But admit it, you were aware of who Mr. Frost really was. I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halik. Imagine his interest in the confectionery contest for his final legacy. Great man like that. And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? Photograph Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken. Oh, Gibbs. Must have gotten it mixed up with the ones Samson took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. It's yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging. That you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tango had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so. It suggested you only took 2 pictures with the new film. One of Mr. Frost's body, and one of his room. Now the picture evidence says otherwise. You do? This evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Found only took 2 pictures.
Take that!
The camera? You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me. Oh, and you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth, too. 3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining. Out of a total of 20. Took more pictures, and I want to know what the of. Let me see all the photos you took. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Sour. Just stay safe. Perhaps then we'll learn what you're really up to. I'm so sorry. Alright, this is probably a good place to pause. We're gonna pause, and we're gonna figure out why she's sorry. 3 minutes, I'll be right back, okay? Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm still having some issues, but I'm okay. I think. I'm so sorry. I confess. I've been lying to you. Oh, these are all shots of Frostrum. I'm so sorry. It's like she took pictures of his work from every impossible angle. And when they were taken, I still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you. It was. At least I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why? You see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Leake's work, as you know. I was petrified they might be ruined, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity. Random Fox. And it broke again. Hi, Kirara. Oh, 120 Street. Nice job. Thank you. Did we see what Fox that was? Yeah, I don't know which animation that is, but one of them is bugged. Can we do... Hi, G-Born. It's not working. Wait, I can fix this. Hold on, hold on. Oh wait, does that work? No, the reset function doesn't work on that. How do I fix it? This node on the top left is... Okay, hold on. Holy crap, it is new. It's new! Alright, so I'm refund Kirara for that one. Kirara finds all the new ones. Oh, also I need to turn off the thing. Hold on. There we go. Alright, let's refund this. It's windy! I give a quick refund. There, we're good. I want to take a look. That's pretty. I like it. It's a very, very nice one. Okay. So she wanted to capture them. Got it. And how did that make them melt? I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing. A mistake? Are you sure? I didn't notice it at the time, but, well, how can I be so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpiece? Seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. I'm not in a position to refute it either. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth. What you said, no hard feelings, Miss Bound. Thank you. Fredworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps. Can we take a look at that? I want to take a look at those pictures again. Infernal Nuisance is still here? You don't know when to give up. See, this thing is missing. Where's this little projector thing? And the cloth is gone. Think for as long as you like, the answer is still the same. You're not part of this investigation. Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. You don't know when to shut up either. I commend you on your stubbornness. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting. What? What's the meaning of this? So sorry, to you, Mr. Gusto. No concern of mine. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karma agrees. Look at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was... Silence, you're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Duty bound, you're coming with me. I've reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused Samson Tangaroa. No, I'll be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order. I understand. Wait, please, I'm not done questioning her myself. I think I care because... Bad, Gusto, and Yuscone? I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers. Humph. Fine by me. Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins. Took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we get going anyway. It is rather late. Hope snow's let up. Right, home time. Hey, guess my stomach's in agreement too. Haha, alright, let's go grab a burger before my own stomach starts grumbling too. Hey, sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We don't need to be fighting fit for tomorrow. We will indeed, and our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaroa. That was kind of a short one. Is that Michael Myers? Case Miss Bound. Oh, Mr. Finder. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday. Just rather tired. Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures. Are you not here to see Mr. Tangaroa too? Yes, I'm terribly worried about him. Take it bad? What are you doing back there? Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon. Not sure anyone just happens to be a detention center, but okay. Good morning. Wait, why is his hair white? Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you? Oh no. Samson, what did they do to you? They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little, tired. They're not letting you sleep? That's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad? I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case before me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help. It's Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now, if it weren't for him. Humph. Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. Alright, Eddie, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa. You got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit, if you'd like to hear it. Of course. Thank you. Are you alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kinda spaced out. I'm fine. I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson, do you have anything that might give him a little energy boost? Huh? Is that chocolate? For me? Well, those are the chocolates I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. The rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. Oh, that's a shame. The rules are rules, I suppose. Let me see some way we can hand them to him. Detective Baz noted the meaningful looks in his direction. Tisk, let me take a look at them. They seem legit. I might consider passing them on to the suspect. Thank you, Detective Bad. My hero. I'm touched. Thank you, Detective. Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight. Here. You don't know how much this means to me. Yeah. Keep it down, will ya? For both of our sakes. Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now, to sample these treats. Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot. Oof, I didn't do it for you. It was my call. Hey, I guess you're not such a bad guy after all. Oh, the sweetness. Like a man reborn. Aha, were they your handiwork, Judy? Yes, how were they? He's gonna burst into song. Feel them melt. Soft and smooth. Chocolate. That'll comfort and soothe. Ear to ear. Head to toe. Smile and savor the taste as it flows. Delicious. Hey, they're not exactly beautiful. They're sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy. So glad you like them. I'm glad you're back to your old self. My apologies, friends. What they serve here is just so flavorless. In that and the lack of sleep, I was about to ready to collapse from sheer despair. Is the food here really all that bad? Just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that. Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing. Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene. Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share? Oh yeah, you're right about the victim's identity. Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halik. Please don't. That was so bad. Artie Frost was Paul Halik? Never would have imagined. Poor Mr. Halik. The famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh? No! Ah! Why? Can I? Oh, certainly explain why Mr. Halik was... Okay, oh, we're good. Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public. He did work on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. A bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess he'll never finish them now. He never finished his greatest masterpiece? Nah, it seems he was making statues for each season. But he never got around to the winter constellations. Winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? The tree made out of ice would have completed the set. And now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Miss Bound. I wasn't blaming you. One last thing. Seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make, which means he was always strapped for cash. Check and see if there's any chance someone called in a debt. I guess not even famous artists are safe from money problems. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest? None. I didn't even tell his family. I see. I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard. I can't be hanging around here any longer. Understood, Detective. We'll see you again shortly. He's a good man. Certainly is. An uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. And scare the pants out of anybody new he meets. Okay, now, you're going to tell me about what you learned yesterday. Of course. I'm going to give you a full report. Thank you for that. Allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm so sorry. It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learned the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I asked you a question or two? By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can. Now, that's about the contestants. Let me tell you about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest. Let's see. There's Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, and so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusser's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. There was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semi-final as well. Which was? His identical Mr. Frost. It may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing. Huh? And what exactly does this work look like? Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion. I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth. Much appreciated, Miss Bound. Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime. Hmm? So you were able to finish judging it? Even though his body had been discovered in the meantime? Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I completed my assessment. Mr. Frost was in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the liar, I believe. I never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. Sorry, but you're saying that the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. I'm quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work. I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which is the only sculpture in that display case. Trigger, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? This part you tried was the liar, and the one shown here without any strings? But there were strings originally. That's the part I ate. So strings were missing because Mr. Tango ate them all. And he enjoyed them? Scone told us she ate a part of the liar as well. She said it was far too salty for her to finish. Then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste. Something wrong? How so exactly? The taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors. I suspect I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took me a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now. That would explain why the food here seems so bland to him. What? Your taste buds are your livelihood. If there were some long-term treatment option, I doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put a request in the police for a proper evaluation. That won't be necessary. I reset recipe for a cure back at my mansion. You do? I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you like. Samson, we can't show that recipe to just anybody. Gee, Mr. Edwards is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him. Yes, you're right, of course. That is what you wish. What on earth is a secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've both been hiding? Well, I suppose I should be getting back. Alright, we'll be right behind you. Judy. Yes, Samson? There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. 'Cause I won't always be around. So don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I've been waiting, right there at the mansion, until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, Miss Bound! Judy. She seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why'd you even say all that to her? Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own. What do you mean? The Elite Collection, the candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. Last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me. I guess that makes sense. He really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? What parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I've asked of you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. Speaking back to the scene of the crime. Oh, you're leaving? I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session. I guess we'll have to do something about that. You speak to the police for me? That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeve for when the time comes. Yeah, I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth. I have to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa, every day. And Judy too. Thank you, Eddie. I look forward to it. Mr. Tangaroa, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. It'll make it that much harder for me to save you. I understand. I'll try. I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that. It takes so long! Okay, are we back to the present, or are we still in the past? Okay. Take the bad. Thank you again for what you did earlier. Yeah, thanks a ton. Humph, what are you talking about? Heh. Haha, there's no need to be shy about it. Tisk. Never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here, looking to investigate something more. We are indeed. We'll need something solid for going to save Mr. Tangaroa. I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown. What? We need to see those other rooms. This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume. Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet, either. Guy's probably got a hand in that, too. Don't expect to speak with anybody, except us cops and Miss Bound. Everybody else is gone, and I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers. So I'll just game to him? Why does he have to go so far? What's your plan of action, Detective? Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised. You have my gratitude. Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. We're gonna beat you in a bag of dirty chicks. Detective, maybe conduct a brief investigation of the area. Sure, but like I said, everywhere else is off bounds. You probably won't be seeing these rooms again. That's fine, as long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation. We'll make do. Statues on the fountain depict cherubs enjoying some chocolate fondue. All leaks work, apparently. Your hands to him. They look so real. Detective, are you saying you have personally seen cherubs before? Tisk, attorneys. Always poking holes in people's words. Well, what did I do? Something wrong? It seems these instruments are used on Mr. Tangaroa and Miss Bound's TV show, Bake and Bop. Some few things in here that aren't made of candy. Just me, or does that detective seem a little disappointed? Santa Claus statue. Is this made of candy too? That door leads to Tangaroa's room. So yeah, could be he made it that thing too. Speaking of Santa, that reminds me, I still need to find a present for Miles. He won an attorney's badge. I wonder if Mr. Tangaroa will make one out of candy for me fast. That's the door to Gusto's room. I guess the candy reindeer is meant to show the way. Big antlers like that must be a bull. I think not. Male reindeers should shed their antlers in winter. Therefore, this must be a female. Thanks, Mr. Trivia. Attorneys. I told you. Well, I said it before. Rudolph in the reindeer song. He's the only male reindeer. All the other ones have antlers. I'm going to teach you about reindeer in law school, Detective. It's quite the trophy. Awarded to Tangaroa. First place, International Confectioners Association. Annual Spectacular. Favorite candy, I guess it wasn't meant to last forever. Makes sense. Prizes, fame, none of it lasts forever, right? I doubt anything's quite that deep. Where's this elevator go? The second floor. Kangaroo and Bound live up there. Sounds like they live a pretty charmed life. Tea parties, candy making, that kind of thing. They even have a garden. Must be nice on a sunny day. That does sound nice. Perhaps they'll invite us when all this is over. You'd come, wouldn't you, detective? Don't get ahead of yourself, now. I'm not in the habit of is that palling around? I thought whatever. Palling around with attorneys. These trophies all belong to Mr. Tangaroa. They're not all for confectionery contests. Some appear to be for charity work. Has been both his character and his professional achievements. And what's this on? This one here. Recognition of Bacon Bop's long-standing achievement in making children's dreams come true. It's so sweet, it's got me wanting to watch it. Scone's room is through there. It's marked by a snowman, a candy snowman, by the look of it. Oh yeah? Well, I'll be. So he sized it up. He isn't thinking of making that into his next lollipop, is he? This Christmas tree made from candy. These candy statues have everybody on edge. Ants get in here. That's our scene ruined. This would be pretty disastrous, I suppose. It's found we're here to continue our investigation. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier. She's still looking kind of down in the dumps, Mr. E. She must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tango had to say. I found a photograph of the cinema final entries for you. Here, it's all yours. Wow, Miss Golden really sure knows how to make cute cake. Yes, I just loved her design for that one. I love designs and flavors of Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost entries too. Only problem was, since I mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final taste nothing like, it seems. Anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. The Gusto's son was always here with them throughout the contest. There was nowhere to be seen during the final. I want his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places. Sure you're happy for us to keep hold of this? Of course. I hope it helps your investigation. Oh, and I also have looking into the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned. I've seen this book before. It's in the chocolate frame, in Tangaroa's room. That's right. He put it on display there so that everybody could see the grand prize. The cure's in the Ultimate Cookbook? So it's not a book of dessert recipes, I take it? Oh no, we told the contestants, of course. But I guess nobody told you yet. So contestants all knew what the Ultimate Cookbook was this whole time. A book containing formulas for creating a cure for taste disorder and other chemical and pharmaceutical items. I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind, Miss Bound. If I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook actually is a collection of recipes for different medicines. Exactly, rather totally new medications that haven't made it to the market yet, to be precise. This is the most impossible thing I've seen in this series. Do you know how much it costs to develop a new drug? Millions. Millions per drug. It costs like $700,000 just to submit it to the FDA. One submission. That's not counting like all the development stuff. Clinical trials, that sort of thing. Anyway. The right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune. Yeah. If that cookbook has 20 recipes in it, it'd go for at least $50 million, I think. But why make that the grand prize in a confectionery contest? Tango is the sole heir to the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you've heard of the Tangaroa Group? The Tangaroa Group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before. The major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons. Oh yeah, that new cold killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went on sale. I always reach for cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather. Which is never as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about the Tangrowth group, if you don't mind. Did Mr. Tangrowth not want to take over for his parents and go into the family business? I prefer the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. His parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. When they passed away, he inherited the cookbook. Why would he make such a valuable heirloom of a mere contest prize? He'd been bound by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. It would have been an insult to his parents' memory to simply give it away. They decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it. I bet the board of directors loved that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research? Someone else? They hated the idea, of course. That's why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangrowth group wanted her to win the book back for them. So you knew she was a pharmacist all along? Yes. Not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's taste. I tried to help her win. But why? I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangrowth group. If that cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I want to find a way to keep it within the company, but in a way that Samson could not object to. That's how Miss Skull managed to make it so far on constituting a business taking part in. Miss Skull wasn't the only one pretending, was she? Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the final, just like she did. Not bad. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor, and a gifted crafter of desserts, too. If indeed judging by the standard of his work in the final. How did one man produce a piece of that size and quality in such a short period of time? Not sure I have much more to tell you. If there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to, of course. I'm certainly very keen to ensure that she does all that she can for Mr. Tangaroa. So use a cup of tea you made for us yesterday, if you don't mind. I think that might help us move the investigation along nicely. I'll have some too. Your tea's to die for, Miss Bound. Well, how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out. You know, I think that cheered her up a little. There's a light here, and some rockets designed to look like ice cream cones. So made it's hard to tell what's candy and what's not, just by looking. I haven't touched them, but then I'd be disturbing the crime scene. Hands off, I already checked them out. They're real. Check them out how, exactly? Did you manhandle vital evidence, detective? I didn't touch them. Not with my hands, at least. Did he? Never mind. I don't want to picture it. He licked them. Sign shows which artist's work is on display in which room. Left to right, Mr. Tangaroa, Mr. Gusto, Mr. Scone, and Mr. Frost. Say this sign is also made from candy. What are they going to do with all this candy? Somebody going to eat it when the contest is over? All your time, Eddie. Sure thing, Mr. E. What's up? I think that's helpful to what we're doing. This drum set here decorated look as if it was made out of cakes. It was played on Bacon Bop. Except about these drums. We already checked. There's nothing inside any of them. And no sign of anything having been put inside or taken out either. You're not relevant to the case. You've already done your homework, I see. Yeah, I may like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker. What is it? Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating? So I may have found more to see what it might be in it, sir. And what did you find? Chocolate and what looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. Obviously, these chocolates seem to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavorings and colorings match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. Those little rivers flow from all the 4 artist rooms, right here into this very fountain. Guess that's how stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in here. That's not all, sir. We also found blood. What? Why is there blood in the water? Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, Detective. That piece of chocolate was missing that had blood on it. Look at the scene in front of us, Detective. Very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, as was part of the chocolate chest it pulled on. I believe the blood probably belonged to...
Take that!
Oh, the victim, huh? I'll have the guy compared with blood on the murder weapon. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost. Why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this? Learn a little more about the contest participants. There's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never got an answer. Checking on the ad time. We got 22 minutes. Okay, got it. Anything else, Mr. Gusto? You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was...
Objection!
Silence! You're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? That's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semifinals. A fixture who missed a lacking design sense and a sculptor with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, you asked Mr. Gusto a few more questions. The story still doesn't quite add up for me. Me neither. They work together! I need to figure out how to get in touch with him. Oh, do you now? When did he get here? Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it. It's Von Karma. I'm already in the midst of my own investigation in Augusto, so there's no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have. It seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case, fine. Allow me to take you up on your offer. Very well. What is it? Why don't you tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost? Gusto and Frost connection. The connection between Gusto and Mr. Frost is simply a matter of coincidence. They both happen to be taking part in the same contest. And that's all? That's all I have to say to you. What? That doesn't help us at all. I have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. Imperative we do. He's clearly hiding something. Mr. Frost? It's a matter of coincidence. They both happen to be taking part in the same contest. Granted, it may have simply been a coincidence that they both entered the same competition. That doesn't rule out a connection of some other kind between the two of them. I do hate to repeat myself, but if you do not have any pertinent evidence, kind of keep your mouth shut. I'll just do as he says for now, at least until I find the evidence that proves Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's connection. The look in your eyes speaks volumes. Well, go on then. What are you trying to say? Come on, will you? Should I keep your mouth shut or no? Mr. Von Karma is keen to keeping us away from the truth. The truth must be inconvenient to them somehow, right? Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost had something in common. Here to present the thing they shared to Mr. Von Karma.
Objection!
It's not a thing to say, considering how it connects to this. Von Karma's perfect in every way. There's no connection here, none. What, really? Kirk! Do you think you can make so much as a day in my life with that? Should I present it here?
Objection!
Nothing to say, blah blah, nope. I didn't press this one. We can go ahead and press it now. Yes, there must have been a connection of some kind. If you would cease your baseless interruptions, I will happily tell you what it is. As for a courtroom, I would have you removed for contempt. That's all the judge's point of view? Yeah, Judge Von Karma would probably have dancing to his tune. What? Even judges are scared of him? It'll be an easy trial, that's for sure. Okay, Mr. Karma, continue. Welcome home. I'm glad you made it safe. Elegant butterfly, I think. How's it not this? I'm presenting again.
Objection.
I thought I already did this. This is the first thing I did. If you could look at the two convections in the foreground for Mr. Von Karma. I could swear I did that the first time, and I didn't take it. They're made for the contest semifinals. Both are exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree? Get to the point. As the nameplate suggests, these are Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto told us the confectionery design was far from his strong suit. Yeah, his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost. Exactly as good, in fact. Learn from another witness that their two entries also taste exactly the same.
Objection.
What are you suggesting? I just said the two were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Well, at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different. It soon became apparent these are significant similarities how they were put together. Huh? They made the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. It just provides that their two were working together. If you figure that much out, I suppose there's little point in denying it. Mr. Von Karma knew all along that they were cooperating. Now, I warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. Confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out details of his relationship with Frost during his questioning last night. See, they were helping one another right up until the day before the final. So you knew that the two were cooperating. Mr. Von Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Objection.
Please, enough of the petty slander. I merely wanted to avoid you poking your nose around before I could provide proper context in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you. Can't explain why he's being so slippery with the facts, though. Figure out what is he hiding. I can't let things end like this. And confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together.
Hold it.
So you did know that there was a connection between the two. Why are we trying to hide it? Tisk, tisk, tisk. I don't just hand out information like candy. And certainly not to the defense. Not like that lollipop nursing fool of a detective over there. You do things your way, and I'll do them mine. Oof, and you wonder why I refuse to share information with a traitor like you. I'd say go for 50. 50 seems like a good number. Let's find out details of his relationship to the Frost during his questioning last night.
Hold it.
Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, correct? Yes, I interviewed Gusto personally. Yeesh, a one-on-one with Mr. Von Karma? That must have been terrifying. Imagine Mr. Gusto probably mediating his way through the difficult parts. I'm certain to not, every time he closed his eyes. I brought him back with an almighty snap. No one dares plead the fifth with me. Didn't work on him. That's how I was able to perfectly learn every last detail of Gusto and Frost's relationship. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final.
Hold it.
Why were they cooperating? Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost is an amateur perfectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone. Those are in-game. I cooperated only until the day before the finals. Gusto claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one only goal really was to be crowned the world's best confectioner. His pride would not allow him to do so with the help of another. Cheaters can only ever win with hollow victories, I guess. It's the impression their collaboration had only lasted through the semifinals. I'm starting to think it might have lasted up to the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you something more about how long they worked together for, if you don't mind. Oh, you must. Gusto's design subpar and Frost an amateur professional at best.
Hold it.
Before you ask, I'm not objecting to your characterization of Mr. Gusto's design sense. Yeah, even in himself, he isn't all that great. He made what he alleged to be likeness of me. Oh, just thinking of the abomination you came out with turns my stomach. Yeah, I kinda like the guy's work. Artistically rich amateur and artistically impoverished professional. Anyway, it was inevitable they would wind up working together. Two cooperated until the day before the final, then decided to compete on their own merits.
Hold it.
Do they believe that? They were cooperating until the day before the finals, and then just simply stopped? It seems a little strange to me. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection.
I told you the truth. Whether you find it strange or not is none of my concern. They sort of tried to hide it from me only a few minutes ago, though. I think there must have been a reason for that. Based on Mr. Tangaroa's assessment, it sounded as if Mr. Frost's entry for the final was the clear winner. He must have still been working with Mr. Gusto, right? That's precisely what I was thinking. Must have evidence that proves they were cooperating right up through the finals. Alright, let's look at my evidence. Forward to the day before the final.
Objection.
Yeah, if he was a bad back confection, why does it taste good? They weren't working together in the finals. I find that a little hard to believe. Scone is on the record as having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. While he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely to me that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating in the finals.
Objection.
How many times must I explain this to you? Search require proof, and one person's entirely subjective statement is not proof of anything. As even amateurs with occasionally makes delicious food, perhaps Frost is simply lucky. Why, for example, is an amateur who's cooking puts first-class chefs to shame? How's that not an entirely subjective statement? Furthermore, you're ignoring another crucial part of the department's testimony. Namely, she also described some of Frost's work as having been unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce a perfect confectionery. Nurk. Tisk tisk. No more objections, I take it. There's some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost are still collaborating. Mr. E? There's something that's been on my mind. Yes? What is it, Eddie? Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. Wouldn't it have taken a while to make? I'd imagine so. Getting flavored water, freezing it all, and then carving 2 whole sculptures? Can you believe I've done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd have barely gotten as far as setting the flavored water up in the freeze to the freeze part. I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off. That's just some lolly instinct in you, after all, Eddie. Probably certainly point. Ah, don't do it! Why? You're probably certainly point to another possibility. Can't look at it. These still. Ah! These. Why? Why? Oh, I hate it. Ed's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large box of flavored ice creams. Art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. Mr. Frost was done in order to finish flavored ice cream in the time limit. Must have made the flavored ice the day before. Then all you would have to do was sculpt it. What are you muttering about now? I'm sorry, I just realized something. That's all. I realized that you're correct. What? But Mr. E? Hope you know what you're doing. No? Excited to beat it last, are we? The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They're helping one another right up until the day before the final. So you said the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Frost's interest carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice which would need at least a day to freeze. These flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto. Humph. This lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, that he helped Frost until the day before the final. Guess why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return? I hardly expect to read the minds of the dead.
Objection!
Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us. Why don't you at least let us speak with him? But you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim. How dare you call my methods into question? It's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. One good reason was why you keep Mr. Gusto from me. Oh, one good reason? Certainly. How why Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection!
I can possibly say that with any certainty. If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
Objection!
Could it indeed? And why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why the man who seemed so keen on accusing have the details of his collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicion this time. It's only acted suspiciously one time that we know of. I imagine Mr. Karma is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was. Which means this is probably a trap. Yeah, well, can I cut you down? Even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room. And I still don't know why. That fact alone is reason enough to suspect him. Tisk, tisk, tisk. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you. I knew it. It was a trap. I was saving this for trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this. That's Gusto and Frost and their sons. Gusto snuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photograph. But why? It seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Gusto is concerned that the fact that Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that sure just proves entirely well-founded. Irk. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you've given me no reason to believe otherwise. Nagoo! He's never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto. Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with. That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What are you doing, Mr. E? Mr. Tango is finished if you can't figure something out. Things to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. If prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tango, sure they have all they need. So why is Mr. Karma still investigating the scene of the crime? Something on your mind, Mr. E? You're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma is everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. And yet he still doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. Well, it's why he refuses to share. Ah! I hate it! I hate it so much! Okay, cover my eyes. I'll look at the bottom of the screen. It was, why if you share information with Detective Bad? Okay, I'm safe for now. Who else? Haven't seen. The autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Alright, big stretch. Alright, I stretch. Alright, standing up. Let's see here. The right button. Big stretch. Okay. Sorry, I'm still in a little bit of pain. It's okay. I'll take care of it later. Little pain. No biggie. I will never seen in front of a detective. Very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. Alright, sliding in. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd removed the blood along with the body. Evidence turned up not in Mr. Tango's room, but in a most unusual place. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's. So no trace of Mr. Frost's blood left in the Mr. Tango's room. They found some in the fountain instead. Why? Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. But a trace of it showed up in the fountain. Yep. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? And why only the blood? Sure, the body would have also been in the way. Wait, could someone have moved the body aside to get to the blood? The body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as you know, there's still no autopsy report. We learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. Our assumption as far has been the body had been recovered by the forensics team. What if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way all along? The question is, why did Mr. Von Karma hold back the information about the body? It's, did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? Okay, it's time for another ad, so I'm gonna keep it up. And I'll be right back. I'll go brush my tail. I'll be back in 3 minutes, okay? Okay, it's the compression one? Okay. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can... Well, I'm gonna see if I can fix that real quick. So, I feel like we just need a longer delay, maybe? On that one? So, let me go in that node graph. Yeah, I think it's loading up too soon while it's still shrinking. Well, you know what I could just do? I could do a, Actually, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm gonna add a weight. I'm doing a weight right here. And I'm doing it for, what do you think, 2 seconds maybe? Oh, that's 20 seconds, okay. What I need to do is get all of these 6. Alright, so now it's gonna take 2 seconds longer for the effect to go away. That might give enough time to do that. Okay, sorry about that, I was fixing. Okay. So what normally happens is, that whatever effect happens, okay, happens. Yep, boom, we're doing whatever effect. Question mark, the compression, the throw. And then when the avatar is loaded, it undoes whatever is going on. So I added a wait of 2 seconds, so it waits 2 seconds after the avatar loads before it undoes. How's that? You think that's too long? I mean, let's see if it works. We can always lower it later. That seemed fine. How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. That's already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival. Mr. B? We both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even. Sure, everybody's heard that stuff. What's that got to do with us right now? I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma, I've tried my best not to let my preconceptions color out our interactions with him. Unless it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth for his own ends. Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty? He might have been, and still is. I'm not about to let him get away with it. I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney. Yes, sir.
Hold it!
Yes? What is it now? I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us. Really? You mean to call the methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you, if you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection!
It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you. What? Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of a crime is? Oh, what foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecutor's role is or is not with the likes of you. Let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Even when I say I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection!
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps? Hi, I thought you had outdone yourself already. Now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence? I do. This is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bat from doing his job at every turn. What are you talking about? You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You just stopped him from finding out you didn't have the body. What? He doesn't have the body?
Objection!
Ridiculous, you're clutching at straws. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander. Allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong, if you can. Tisk. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder than that. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your basic accusations one way or another.
Objection!
As you must see for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear, and where did it go? What's the matter? Some blood went missing from the chest where the body was found. So what? So what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got there, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let's suppose for a moment that the body was not. Someone have wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room. It all makes perfect sense. What is this petty obsession with the bloodstain? This is so important to you. Why don't you tell me where you believe it went? Of course, after all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. Well, this should back up my theory quite nicely. So that shows where the blood from Mr. Tangro's room went.
Take that!
His victim's blood were found in the fountain, along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangro's room. I believe the missing piece of blood-stained chocolate was dumped in the stream that flows to the fountain, which strongly points toward one certain fact. Someone perfectly disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Gnurk! Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me. You, where'd you get your hands on that kind of evidence? You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water. No, but I do. Curse you bad. You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned. Well, no longer, as now you're officially out of the case. Oof. I was barely on it in the first place. Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. We admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered? Tisk, tisk, tisk. It's really quite the claim, you know. One that you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid. I must have to get an answer out of him. And if you don't mind, I've given you quite enough of my precious time already. Look forward to destroying you in court. Gregory Edgeworth. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will. Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end. Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position. Don't sweat it. It was always going in this way. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined me the way he did before. There's time for everything, huh? No, I think you might be right about the body being missing. I am. I'll prove it in court. Yeah, well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. As you know, I'm off the case now. That's very kind. I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bad. There's one more thing. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Well, let me know the secret. Alright, Eddie. Detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. We have enough to see Mr. Tangro acquitted. I prefer to have an ace in the hole just in case. And what is it? You'll find out in the courtroom. Wait, what? You're letting me join you? Of course I am. You are my assistant after all. I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know. We can take on Mr. Von Karma together. Indeed. I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangroa by then. If we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time. Right, we'll do everything we can in the meantime. Now you can be Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. We can't allow Mr. Tangroa to remain in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do. Alright, I think we're going back to the present now. It takes so long! That's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of I-7 as far as I'm concerned. Elevators? I learned the truth about my father's last case. What happened at the trial? Well, we lost. Von Karma did a real number on us. Really? You couldn't prove that Mr. Tangerel was innocent? Oh, we could prove it alright. Had a decent little pile of evidence in our favor. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He felt even dirtier than we feared. I can imagine. Pure conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Even if the trial dragged on and on, the whole thing took about a year in the end. Never forget the day the verdict came down. December 28th that following year. They pronounced it, oh, mama. We're talking over 17 years ago. I'm sure does fly, huh? 28th. I was there that day 17 years ago, sitting in the courtroom gallery. Before the trial got started, Gregory noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual. The poor guy finally reached his limit. It was so bad, even said he wanted to be found guilty. You mean, they forced a confession out of him? Yeah, Von Karma got what he'd been pushing for from the very beginning. When Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about there being no body to speak of, he learned that Von Karma had used the power of the police to head him off at the pass. He even had himself a fake autopsy report. That wasn't the end of it. Von Karma got Samson to falsely testify against himself to being an accessory to murder in court. Out of his confession, the poor guy's goose was well and truly cooked. Gregory still had an ace to hold, though. Same ace he asked Detective Bad to help him with. Exactamundo, he knew he needed one last card to play if they squeezed a confession out of Samson. Detective Bad reported all of Samson's interrogations. Detective Bad really wanted to know the truth too, huh? They all did. He was a trooper. Stayed with the case even after Von Karma took him off of it. He's tied up in some other big case too. Good old Bad. They don't make him like that anymore. Anyway, Gregory presented the recordings as proof that Samson's confession was coerced. You know what? It almost worked. Cop named Ian Sideman got fired. Samson interrogator and the initial detective before the Bad, he took the fall for pretty much the whole thing. Von Karma didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was just disciplined by the chief prosecutor. For the one and only time in his 40-year career. And then he went and murdered Edward Sr. Still, Samson himself couldn't stomach another day in court. So when that good verdict came down, it didn't just signal the end of that day, but the whole sad affair. I remember a lot myself. My father's face when they declared Mr. Tangerel guilty. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside. Gregory wanted to appeal to the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's name. But then, well, you know what happened next. Poor guy, he never got the chance. I should have left with him that day. I always blame myself for not doing that. I shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead. Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. I hated you for choosing to stick with your Von Karma. I hope you can forgive me. No, you had every right to hate me. I went on to become a prosecutor as planned. And that's when Mr. Von Karma showed me this case file. According to these records, Mr. Tangerel was convicted as the main culprit in Mr. Frost's murder. Nope, that's not right. Samson was convicted as an accessory to murder. Strange. Law clearly states that he was the perpetrator. Plus, I'm fairly certain that all of Mr. Von Karma's cases were successfully solved. Have I take a peek at those? This file's been doctored. The part about the verdict, it's been changed. What? Here, feature papers on this. Because an accomplice. It's a copy of the file that they have on record at the courthouse. Then why is my copy so different? Well, you said it came from Von Karma, yeah? I guess he didn't want for Gregory's son thinking there was a murderer out there still at large. He didn't want you looking into it again before the statute of limitations was up. So everything I believed about the case was a lie. Like they say, we all gotta start somewhere. What's important is you know what's what now. The limitations may have run out, but the truth's still out there, you know. I did send his case when your old man passed. I choose to hand it off to somebody else too. I think Von Karma wasn't going to bother facing off against a rookie like me, was he? Yeah, I'm looking something up. What is it? What does appendicitis feel like? Okay, yeah, okay, I'm just in, it's alright, I'm just in a little bit of pain. Uh, but it's off and on, and, it's occasionally in the lower right of my stomach. So I thought maybe it's appendicitis, but it's probably just like gas or something, who knows. Alright, moving on. Grandma Carl wasn't going to be out of the face off against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the killer was never found. And Samson was found guilty instead. That's terrible. Is there really nothing we can do to help him? Not without the real perp, I'm afraid. Until then, his confession stands. Which I didn't find out until the verdict had been handed down, but... While Karma had threatened Samson and made him a deal. Told him if he didn't confess, he'd make sure Judy was convicted instead. How could he? Samson knew there was no way Judy could have done it, of course. But he wasn't going to take any chances, so he did what he was told and confessed to keep her safe. Now to me this, mousy boy. Why do you think your Uncle Eddie just happened to be in prison that day the day Bronco Knight died? That's right. You were there to see Mr. Tangaroa. No, mine's front right side. Is the appendix on the left side or right side? I thought it was on the right side. Bingo. Judy and I both promised to visit him every day. I didn't quite keep that promise. And it's very low. It's down at like the hip level. Judy and I both promised to visit him every day. I didn't quite keep that promise. Judy did. She never missed one visit in all those years. Now, Rain or Shine, she always showed up. But none of that changes the fact that Samson is still being unduly punished day after day. How heartbreaking. Gotta do something, Mr. Fender. But like I said, according to the Google, appendicitis pain does not get better. Like, it's been, like, coming and going for a few days. So, the fact that it's, you know, gets better kind of leans away from appendicitis. Heartbreaking. We gotta do something, Mr. Fender. Okay, no, that's actually why we came here. Ice sculptures are back on display, just like they were all those years ago. We're going to see what we can find out. Right, Miss Mouserino? I'm Prosecutor Fender. I don't look at these things in the same way as you do, or my father. Miles, that doesn't matter right now. Being not as a prosecutor is Miles Edgeworth. I want to know the truth behind both these cases, and I'm not leaving until I do. Man, you really are old Gregory's son, through and through. Alright then, now that's sorted, we can really get to work. Think about the I-7 case file and evidence for me today, huh? Your documents first. Who doesn't love paperwork? Am I right? Parts of red ink are my annotations. Thank you, Fender. And here's some evidence for you. Enjoy. It's quite a few, so I'd take a moment and scope them out if I were you. Small amount of evidence. I-7 incident received from Fender. Yes, I see. Take a look at them in a bit. And we're looking at them right now. Look at these maracas. You know, our current case is full of loose threads too, come think of it. Indeed. Key players that incident 18 years ago who just happened to get caught up in another incident. Ice sculptures in the Winter Wing that are perfect replicas of the ones from 18 years ago. Poison gas attack in the Autumn Wing, which has been disguised to look like the Winter Wing. Two chemicals that were found inside the Pisces statue to placate ubiquitin and asphyxian. That form of poison gas when mixed together. Victim of the gas attack, Carmelo Gusto, who was no stranger to events of 18 years ago. And who was still unconscious and undergoing treatment in the medical room. And finally, we come to the body floating face down in the fountain. And the fact that the ice sculptures had melted, just as they did all those years ago. Hence, the present day would appear to be intimately linked with the events of the past. Which means they might be able to help us learn more about what happened 18 years ago. That's good to me. Let's get investigating.
Objection!
Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, no, you don't. Aren't you forgetting somebody? I could have sworn this is my investigation. Eustace is quite right. I do hope you aren't intending to obstruct his duties, Mr. Edgeworth. I would hate to have to add a guilty to my report to the committee. I'm not guilty of now. Of course not. I'm simply offering once again to do what I can to help with this investigation. Your offer is duly noted and duly declined. Oof. She's pulling any punches. The name of the body from the fountain is currently being ascertained. It's only a matter of time until we have all the information we need. Perhaps I can help you speed that process along. You have an idea who our mystery victim might be. What, really? You have to tell me. It's the law. Oh, very well. Here is just the ice sculpture that we have researched after 18 years. I found may also be a visitor from the past.
Take that!
I'll be buying the fountain is that of the man who was murdered here 18 years ago. Brandon Fox. We got classic Maid Fox. Yeah, I feel like the timing is pretty good now. I mean, it was murdered here 18 years ago. Mr. Artie Frost. Hopefully it does work, though. Mr. Artie Frost. What? You're saying that was poor Chili Winks? Oh, wait, who the heck is Chili Winks? Or Artie, who whatever it is you're talking about? Artie Frost is a famous sculptor at Eustace. Although he's better known as Paul Halik. Sculptor must pay here all his works. No way. Sounds like he did well for himself. I was good to encounter a fellow winner. Frost was also a victim in an I-7 incident. This guy knows about the I-7 incident. Edgeworth, I-7 incident is an 18-year-old case. According to the police records, the victim's body was never recovered and an autopsy duly carried out. That's what the records say, but the records can't always be trusted. What are you insinuating? That while the records say stuff like body totally recovered, the defense back then begged to differ. Not that it stopped the prosecution from shutting them down hard, of course. Yeah, this is the winner. Oh, what? Really? What is it, Eustace? The body. We've got an ID. Some sculptor called Frost or something. So I guess Edgeworth called it. The goddess of justice. Oof. So my father's deductions were right all along. Well, Judge Gavel, this changes things, wouldn't you? Perhaps now you admit that I might be of use to this case. More than a certain junior prosecutor, anyway. No fair. You're trying to steal the win. I do no such thing. All I want is to uncover the truth. And if we're going to get to the bottom of what happened here, we need to work together. You do not need to do anything, and you do not need to know the truth. This case is none of your concern.
Objection!
Whoa there, Judge G. I think you might be wrong about that. Other of your interruptions, Mr. Fender? Yep. See, I was on the defense team for I-7, so this case is very much my concern. I was one of those pesky kids pushing my theory that the body had actually gone missing. The prosecutor at the time may have brushed us off, but you can't deny the testimony of your eyes. To put it a little more bluntly, the prosecution's case was rotten from the ground up. When there's been a miscarriage of justice caused by the prosecution, it's the committee's job to fix it, no? Ung! And who better to help you unpick the mess than someone who was there at the time? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Judge Gavel seems to know the facts of the I-7 instance in some detail. In which case, I suspect she must be here on the committee's behalf. The connection to the case is noted, Mr. Fender. I fail to see how it concerns Mr. Edgeworth. He's the son of the original defense attorney, and the protege of the case's lead prosecutor. If that's not enough for you, he was at the trial, too. I think it's just possible he might have a little something to bring to the table, don't you? Nurg! Very well. You may both assist in the investigation. But only if you refrain from interfering with the work of others. Winter Wing is off limits for now. This room, however, is all yours. Alrighty, great to hear we're on the same wavelength, G. Why don't we bring it in to show we're all on the same side of justice? Do not test me, Mr. Fender. Your permission to investigate can be revoked at any time. Duly noted, Your Honor. Let's turn up for the books, huh, Milesy? We could do our thing after all. It's your immeasurable help as always. Yeah, no sweat. Besides, I was mostly doing it for me. Yeah. Okay, I'll be investigating my own thing, so just holler if you need to find something interesting. I will. Okay, shall we? The investigation commence. Still unclear on two key facts. How Mr. Frost's body came to be where we found it, and the source of ubiquium. You're right. Need some more intel. Indeed. Let's focus on the ubiquium first and foremost. It's using stuff like dish soap and paint, right? Correct. It's also bright red in color and has a distinct minty fragrance. Okay, sounds like we know what we're looking for. Let's talk to this guy again. Body's been taken back to the lab, sir. Perhaps underway. How's the rest of the fountain looking? Rather beautiful, actually, sir. Water's crystal clear and kind of soothing. Almost as there wasn't a body floating in it not so long ago, huh? It's a man with a moon-shaped head and a woman with a sun-shaped head. Man's got a real pained look on his eyes, though. It's another of Paul Leake's faces? Yes, from his younger years, when he was something of a dreamer. He was close to him by means of a motif taken from nature. This is titled, My Parents. Guess the mom's showing brightness in that house. Mr. Brown's tea set is laid out neatly on the serving table, or cart. Kevin says the gallery is famous for its tea. Understandably so. The cup we were given was delicious. Well, it looks like all of the stuff was designed by Mr. Frost. Interesting. In that case, I think we better take a closer look. This dishware is made by Artie Frost. It's very fancy. Oh, it is. I'm willing to bet this set can fetch something in thousands of dollars. Let's try not touching it unless we absolutely have to. Whoa, this stuff's really worth that much? Stop it, Kay. I can see your eyes lighting up. Miss Bell must really be a fan of Mr. Frost, like Fender said, to still have this. Hey, Edgy. What is it? Be careful with that teapot. You hear? Why is I so concerned all of a sudden? Honored guests. I can pour you a cup if you like. It's bound. Ah, Judy. I'm good, thanks. No tea for me. You two knock yourselves out. Thank you for the offer. Guess why not? Quick break won't hurt. 2 cups, coming right up. Think it's gonna taste like mint? Minty tea? It smells great. It tastes even better than it smells. What type of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Ceylon, I believe. It's usually identified by its citrus aromas, but it's found. Is this the same blend you served this morning? Why, yes, it is. Is it alright? There's anything wrong with it, is there? No, not at all. Just that the cup you gave me earlier had a slightly different aroma. Really? That's odd. There's the exact same blend both times. Can't see what could account for the difference. Hey, what's the big idea? Being mean about Judy's tea, will you? What's going on under your skin, Larry? No, nothing. You're just rude, that's all. You didn't try to call me by the right name. It's Larice Dunham, dang it. You know what? I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, that was childish, even for him. Wow, what happened there? Let's ask him about it later, shall we? I think Miss Brown is more a priority right now. I don't have any evidence to prove that she's the culprit. It does seem like the poison gas is her doing. Nope, no good. There's a lot of connection to things. Can containing Ceylon tea leaves. It's a well-crafted tea can designed to prevent moisture and sunlight from damaging its contents. But I think you should consider the quality when Miss Brown serves. Table cloth draped over the card is pure white, completely spotless. It's just waiting for me to grab it by the edge and clear my mind, and whoosh. Okay, I cannot stress enough how bad of an idea that would be. Oh, come on, what's the worst that could happen? You know, it does go all sideways. We'll just wind up with a cool teal or tie-dye. So I'd rather it remained white. Plus, I don't think Miss Brown would appreciate us meddling with it. Really? There's so many other colors that would be totally work. Pink, sky blue, Tilly's brown. Where were you before you rejoined us here, Miss Pound? I had to go and tell our visitors we were closed. Oh, and hand out a little something in apology. Something you wanted to talk to me about? Yes, a few things, actually. At least of all, the fact that I think you might be the one who set the poison gas trap. Original ice sculptures melted 18 years ago, correct? How'd you manage to recreate them? Oh, you know about what happened back then? In that case, you might also know that I took pictures of them during the contest. I commissioned the creation of a set of replicas based on those photographs for this current exhibit. Why go through the trouble of creating replicas? Plus, the Zodiac series was great unfinished masterwork. I want to see it completed at last. Or rather, recompleted. It's my fault that the original set melted in the first place, after all. I see. Is there any particular reason why the winter and autumn wings look so similar? Come on, you really think they look alike? I have to do some of the decorations from one and the other by accident? You're lying. I don't have the evidence to prove it just yet. Oh, from the color and aroma, I think this is a Capello spilled tea. Hey, Nacelles, thank you for the lurk! Look, there's a small chunk of ceramic in it. Someone must have broke something. You know that, Sydney? It's certain high-strung somebody just might know a little something, too. Ah, throwing tea at me! Hi, Dad! Dad Acty? Welcome, welcome. High-strung individual. Where is... Here. It's your big teacup. I'm gonna keep it simple, Larry. You're hiding something, so just tell me what it is. Whoa, quit it with the glare off, you two. It's weird. Ah, come on, Kay. You know me better than that. I wasn't staring. I was struck by an idiot for a picture. Now, Edgy. He was glaring. Yes, and I'll keep glaring at you until you tell us what it is you're hiding. Quit it! I already told you, I'm not talking to you anymore. Talking to me right now. I mean, from now on, I'm not talking to you ever again, starting now. It's getting me nowhere. So I have to figure out what he's hiding first, before I can get the whole truth out of him. Oh, Larry, what are you hiding? I'm saying... Look at you, this is no time for kids' games. Oof, I certainly was playing. Be clear, Larry isn't going to talk to you. Oh, we'll talk. Don't you worry about that. You know what Larry's hiding. I think I might have an idea of what it is. Let's present him with the right piece of evidence will force him to come clean. Do you mind taking a look at this for me, Larry? Why would you show me that? Tell me, what is it about Miss Brown's tea set that's got you so agitated? Nugu. I almost had it bad, I'm sorry. I was trying to read the words. If you won't tell me, then perhaps you'd prefer not explain to Judge Gavel. Wait, don't make me look bad in front of Verity. Thinks I'm sensible, cool, clean guy. Clean cut guy. I don't want her to see the real me, the real low-down, dirty me. I'm sure you might hear thinks you're particularly clean cut, Larry. But if you don't want her to think badly of you, the best thing you can do is talk to me. Alright, I can talk, I'll talk. What are you hiding? Hey, Larry, enough is enough. Now confess. No. Does any way to treat your best friend Edgy? Humph. Is that any way for you to treat yours? By lying to him? Hiding things? Get the picture already, so stop glaring at me like that. I'll tell you everything, okay? Earlier, I thought Verity might like a cup of tea, so I went to pour one for her. I got distracted and my hand slipped and smash. I broke the teapot, a priceless work of art. But it's in pieces because of me. Or does this describe how far away I saw this coming from? Now, it's really messed up this time, Clarice. See, Edgy, everyone's going to think less of me now. Judy's never going to forgive me for this. Crying to me won't do you any good. I think you need to apologize to Miss Bound. A teapot? I see. Sorry, Judy, I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll paint your portrait. I'll paint you 50 portraits. Please, Mr. Dunham, it's really me who should be apologizing. How could I have failed to notice that there was broken pieces of ceramics on the floor? Somebody could have been hurt. And then make sure that's safely disposed of. The pot in question was designed by Artie Frost, correct? I say it's something you've long treasured. You must be upset. Oh, I am. But of course, all things break eventually. As luck would have it, I have another identical teapot. It's far from the end of the world. She's less attached to Mr. Frost's work than she used to be. Can't believe this, Judy. You're the sweetest, the kindest. Ah, it's the other teapot you're talking about. It's the one sitting on top of the cart right now, right? do you mean? Yeah, so when I smashed the first one, I tried to hide the pieces in the bottom of the cart. So I saw that other pot under there. So I took it out and basically switched the two pots. Oh, I see. Yep, that's everything I'd have to tell you. Be extra careful not to break the other one. I promise. You have no shame whatsoever, do you? I'm sorry. It's really quite alright. Thank you for being so honest. See, Edgy? Isn't Judy the absolute best? What was in that teapot? I trust she won't take advantage of her kindness and will make amends somehow. I sure will. Once I make it as an artist, I'm going to give her one of my paintings. She's one of my models, after all. It's only fair. At this rate, I suspect he's likely to make more trouble than amends. Don't you think it'd be better for you to keep out of her way for a long while? Oh, but I will be keeping out of her way. For the sketcher and the others already. Are the others? You can see my work, huh? Yeah, I do a few great sketches of some ravishing booties. Wanna see? Interested in my Reese's ravishing booties, huh, Miss Redworth? I'm afraid you greatly misjudged, Kay. I think wish to see if Larry has captured any unusual details this time, too. Unusual details? Nothing's unusual about these. They're my best work yet. Really? Now I want to see them, too. Oh, you're a sweetheart, Kay. Alright, now let me take them out for you. Give me a sec, okay? I suppose we might as well take a look. Alright, so these sketches are yours. Seriously, Edgy, if you want to check out my art, you should just say so from the get-go. Here, feast your eyes on this. What am I looking at here? Told you already, ravishing beauties. Look at that one! Pulling something out of the fountain. It's really the fair faces that have caught my eye since I've been here, you know? There's Verity and Judy and somebody else. I draw them all on the same page. I meant to draw the room at first, just something to pass the time. I saw one beauty and another, and well, I just scribbled them all down. That's where I went. These were all drawn at different times. Huh? Oh yeah, I guess. Did one of you two, Kay? You're on a different page, though. Oh, you did? Hee hee, I'm flattered. How true to life are these sketches? Did you want to draw what you actually saw? Yeah, it's really good. It's better than I could do. Of course, you think I draw things I can't see, like using my imagination? Nope, these are 100% true to life, right down to the exact shade of each color. Colors are accurate, interesting. As it pains me to admit it, Larry may have provided me with a useful piece of evidence, yet again. Certain card in the sketch, for example, now compared to one here in the room. There's a clear contradiction between the two. A little deduction is in order. Can I borrow this page for a while, Larry? Sure thing. You want me to sign it for you? This page, please. The sketch is jotted down in my organizer. Just some deductions, I think. I think we got enough. I suspect the difference in Rome we know is to do with the spots having been switched. You do? Can't see what else it could have been. T itself hadn't changed. Why don't we ask Miss Bound, just to be sure? Miss Bound, the difference in aroma we noticed. Do you think it could have been because of a different teapot? I suppose so. My cups now had a subtle minty scent, rather like uva tea. Oh, I just remembered. I made some peppermint tea on that pot only yesterday. That must be where the minty aroma is coming from. That seems unlikely. Could that really be it? Using the teapot later switched from under the cart smelled faintly of mint. Right, Miss Bound said she used that pot to make mint peppermint tea yesterday. Yes, but there's something else that's been troubling me. Miss Bound seemed more taken aback by the switching of the teapots than the breaking of one. You're right, you expect it to be the other way around. I suspect she might have been deliberately hiding the teapot underneath the cart. But why? One of Victim's key characteristics is minty fragrance. So she'd been hiding someone in that teapot. What? In the teapot? Simply a possibility, but one worth investigating, I believe. Is there any luck finding that ubiquium? Oh. They were searching the entire galley, but they haven't found anything yet. What about you? Don't tell me you know where it came from. I may have an idea. Ah, I knew it. If I can't find it, there's no chance of useless... What? You know where it came from? Yes. Where? It's got a teapot. Wow, nice piece. I like it. Yeah, this looks like a fitting prize for a natural-born winner. It's not a prize, it's a vital piece of evidence. Oh, it's just evidence? Then I'll have one of the friendship people check it out. Mr. Edgeworth, is there some sort of problem with my teapot? Possibly. Many fragrance you notice is coming from it. I think it just might be the scent of one of the chemicals used to make the poison gas. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think I had anything to do with it? I'm afraid I do. The method used to create the gas would have required considerable preparation. Nobody would have had the time or the opportunity to set that up except you. That's not strictly true. It took around a week to get Zodiac all ready for the exhibition. There were all kinds of people coming and going through here during that time. Felicia, for one. You see, I'm not the only person who could have set it up at all. Scones are on our radar too, of course. You needn't worry about that. Besides, I wouldn't know the first thing about making poison gas. If you did find some ubiquium in my teapot, I wouldn't have had it. We didn't tell her it was ubiquium. Wouldn't have anything able to do with it. Well, I suppose you should see what the test results say first. Scout claims she doesn't know the first thing about making poison gas. We found a way to prove that she's lying. Chose one by Paul Leak. Or Artie Frost. I think he was a very well-respected artist. That one looks like a game controller. Well, you got one too, Mr. Edgeworth. Random Fox. We got Spring 25 Goth Fox. It's about time I won one too. Guess I'll have to find some thieving contest in her. Or you could set something up, something with a nice ceremony at the end, all that. Yes, followed by a swift round of arrests. I don't have anything here.
Eureka!
Can I ask you something about your sketches? Fascinated by the work of the great Clarice Dunham, huh? It's a competition, right? Not exactly. The light blue tablecloth, you painted that exactly as you saw it, correct? I told you. Everything exactly as I saw it. The tablecloth on the cart here is in this room is white. Wow. Your head's so full of crazy theories, the simple stuff just passed you right by, huh? Urgh! Well, what's that look for? Listen, just before I drew that sketch, I was in the middle of some business with the cart with the tea set on it, okay? Not a business, that's right. It was the hiding the piece of the teapot I smashed kind. There's nothing to boast about. Anyway, I was still in the middle of cleaning it up, all up when Judy came out of the winter room. I don't want to get busted for breaking the pot, so I quickly dove out of sight. Try to draw what? My art is terrible. Wait, Miss Val came out of the winter ring? Yeah, she's pushing a cart. A different one. That's one with light blue tablecloth on it. There's... no, that's not happening. There is no way that's happening. And what did she do with this section serving cart? Well, I saw her wheeling into the summer wing. I don't know what happened to it after that. Came back out, she was pushing one of those other carts, the kind you can lift stuff up. You can lift stuff with. A lift cart. Yeah, so I called out to her, but she just ran off and left it behind. Never had her down as a shy type, but it just goes to show, you never know. A serving cart and a lift cart. And maybe another tea set too. You better check with Miss Bound. Are there two serving carts here at the gallery, Miss Bound? Oh, yeah, yes? Why do you ask? Certain some so-called artist showed us a sketch. Couldn't help but notice the color of the tablecloth. It's light blue. Light blue? I'm afraid your friend must be mistaken. I'll use white tablecloths, freshly laundered and starched. They're the perfect wrinkle-free one on the cart here in the fountain room, right? Exactly. If so much as a blemish, I would replace it right away. The color of the tablecloth in the sketch simply be a mistake on Larry's part. Do you have any idea what you might have been doing when the sketch was drawn? Let me see. appear to be carrying out my usual duties. I'd ask you a little more about those duties, if I may. What is the duty? What exactly were you doing when this sketch was drawn? As from what I can see, your cart doesn't have enough C-set on it. I'm delivering some chocolates to the investigating officers. Oh, now I'm jealous. I love chocolate. Well, there were a few left over, so here. For you both. Made them myself. Hope you like them. Woohoo! Thanks, Miss Bound. Oh, why not? A little melted, but I suppose that's because they've been sitting around in her pocket. Oh, they're super sweet. I love them. I'm very glad to hear it. It may not be the prettiest, but I'm grateful for the energy boost nonetheless. Perhaps they could do with a little less sugar. Why is their lift cart just sitting here out in the open? So I must have been moving something heavy. That part of the pie must seem to be wet. You know, I got a funny feeling I've seen this thing somewhere before. You mean like 18 years ago? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. I saw it in Frost's room. He must use it to move the ice sculptures around. It's one of those fancy numbers where you can change not only the platform type, but even its angle. And with these, you can move giant lumps of ice around, no sweat. What do you think of the possibilities? I can reuse one of these. Doesn't explain what it's doing here, though. Bit of a head scratcher, but we should give it a think, yeah? Indeed, after all, it just might have something to do with our case. The police have already removed the body. Why did the body of a victim from 18 years ago turn up in this fountain? Why isn't it all rotten and stuff? Did it slowly shuffle its way here? That reminds you that zombies aren't real. It seems likely that the body was preserved somehow. Really? Anything possible? Just for instance, guy, anything to report? Yes, ma'am. There's that both the Requiem and the Asphyxium have been detected in the fountain. I say they were probably carried here by the stream from the autumn wing. In addition to those two chemicals, there's also a large amount of sugar. The composition of sugar is being analyzed as we speak. The sugar in the fountain? Where would it even have come from? Edward speaking. So it's me. Is everything alright, Detective? Everybody's left the window rings. It's just me in here now. What's up, Zarek? I'm here. Which means I can tell you what we found out. You really shouldn't be sharing information about the investigation. After the past week or so, I'm not about to stop him now. The exhibit here have all completely melted. All that's left in the display case is some stuff at the bottom. More written in the Taurus case than the Gemini case. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think I have a lot of time to watch stuff. Sadly, I don't have a lot of free time. What's on even on Crunchyroll? I bet I can find something. That's got a bunch of anime stuff, right? Big stretch, you got it. Big stretch. I'm afraid to move too much because it hurts. And I can use the code? Well, thank you then. I'll put it to use. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that though. Just this stuff for me if you can. Yes, sir. It's like a pale blue liquid. Had lab run some tests just now. The sample from the Taurus case just had a bunch of sugar in it. The one from the Gemini case had 3 different substances in it. Which were sugar, salt, and blood. You too? Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's still in Discord. Blood. What is salt and blood doing in the Gemini case is simple. I can't imagine what it could possibly be, but I can test right away, sir. Thank you, Detective. I also spoke over the radio with the forensics guy working on the fountain room. They just got word that the sugar they found in the fountain matches the sugar in the pale blue liquid. I see that might be well proved to be a significant development. Case has results jotted down. Anything else to report, Detective? Yes, sir. We found one of those light-emitting devices here in the Winter Wing, too. There are a few of those being used in the Autumn Wing, disguised as a Winter Wing, as I recall. I think the equipment from 18 years ago is more than just for show. I'm trying to Miss Gone about this. Yeah, I better be getting back to it. Let's go soon hear from the lab about the blood. Yes, thank you, Detective. Was that gummy? Seemed like you had a lot to say. Yeah, all but very useful. I'm going to prove that Miss Brown's claims about who could have set up that poison gas trap are false. I need to talk to a certain somebody else who was here 18 years ago. Miss Cone, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Of course, dear. Fire away. Thank you, Mousy, and dear sweet little Tooth Decay. Oh, that's a rough one. Tooth Decay. I appreciate if that was the last time you called me Mousy. I'm not a fan of Tooth Decay either. Just have to like it or lump it. I can't change the nickname once I've settled on it. Ugh, well, I guess we tried. What can you tell us about the various devices used to decorate the gallery's exhibits? Maybe some pretty specialized items in use. Light-emitting devices, luminous fabrics. Oh, and I can tell you all about those, dearie. After all, I'm the one who gave them to Judy. It's my way of saying sorry after I broke the rules all these years ago. I bought her 4 lovely new salt lamps, and I gave her the 4 pieces of luminous cloth I used for the contest. Oh, that's super generous of you. Tee-hee-hee. Well, us girls have to do our best, don't we? Not everybody understands, of course. That better not be a dig at me, Delish. I told you how kind I thought that was. Exactly, you were a dear, sweet, innocent baby boy. What happened to you, eh? A dear, sweet, innocent baby boy? Mr. Fender? Can't quite picture that, I have to say. These decorations? They're all the same as the ones you saw 18 years ago, correct? Yep, salt lamps, glowing fabric, light-emitting doodads, the whole bit. There are 4 luminous cloths used in the Autumn Wing. I'm sure I saw another one somewhere. Not lying. It's in my back somewhere, I'm sure of it. What's looking for? Is it? That's not it. There's the cloth. That cloth looks familiar. Mr. Jogger remembers some things, so Miss Gone will tell us more. Hi, thank you. I'm afraid to look because I don't want to show it on stream by accident. Actually, okay, I see I got a message from you. It's all good. Piece of fabric like this in your bag, did you not, Miss Gone? That was some of the grimier one. Grimy, how rude. You don't get a people to cooperate with your little investigation like that, young man. Should I call it a dish towel then? Perhaps you used it to wipe up some sort of spillage. Spillage, he says. The cheek. That's a piece of highly specialized luminous cloth. I probably shouldn't have told you that. I think I'd like to know a little more about this highly specialized luminous cloth, if you don't mind. What do you want me to know to hide a piece of luminous cloth in your bag? Oh, well, I suppose there's no point in hiding it now, is there? Must know I fished it out of the fountain. It was right before they called me into the Autumn Wing. So I was catching Miss Gone when she was trying to retrieve the cloth. First I thought it was one of the ones I'd given to Judy. One of the 4 you'd given to the gallery, correct? Exactly. All 4 were being used in the Autumn Wing, weren't they? So I realized it must be the one that went missing all those years ago. I'd already had my infested ultra pension used to make poison gas. One of my cloths turned out to have been used in some sort of dastardly deed too. Well, I was going to look guilty of sin, wasn't I? I kept it hidden in my bag and hoped for the best. I see. Oh, it does feel good to get it off my chest, though. Chest is no good for the complexion. The cloth disappeared 18 years ago. The one that the victim was wrapped in. Just happens to reappear in the fountain at the same time as the body. Why did she see the body? Miss Gone, you're certainly a specialist. How might someone learn to make the poison gas that was used in the attack? Any ideas? Well, any pharmacist who's ever handled infesticide with Ultra will know for sure, for a start. I know it says right there on the label, do not mix with products containing your victim, ever. What about a layperson? It's unlikely they'd know, wouldn't you say? Well, it's on the bottle. I suppose so, yes. Well, not unless they'd had a nose through the Ultimate Cookbook anyway. I saw the contest 18 years ago. This is making Pesticide Ultra along with not mixing the ubiquitous bit is in there, you know. So you're familiar with the contents of the book. Oh, yes, dear. I know it inside out. Because I worked for the Tangrel group, you see. We were the company behind Cold Cure X. I'm sure you've heard of it. Cold Cure X. Fights back sniffles and seizes with ease, apparently. After Sandy Poople was found guilty, the company took custody of the book. They only grant their most trusted people access to it, of course. Which means Miss Scone is one of these elites, I suppose. They want us to present something to her. I don't know if we have what we need. She's not gonna help us. He's doing his own thing. You gotten away with anything, Mr. Edworth. I'm reporting your actions to the committee. Do whatever you need to do, Judge Gavel. We'll do the same. You're a self-styled great thief, correct? Edward's association with such a character will be of interest to the committee, too, of course. Go ahead and report me to your stupid committee. I'll be the toast of the thieving community. Looks like Judge Gavel will have to think up some new threats she wants to intimidate Kay. Calls her a brave warrior battling against a serpent. Paul made this one to Mr. Edworth? He did. It seems he was fascinated by fantasy and mythology when he was a young man. She survives tragic determination of the young men as they face an impossible situation. It's called the math test. Talk about relatable. Mind, Miss Winter? You're my way. I do mind, actually. I don't go anywhere. You just have to go around me. Just thought you might want to move a bit to a better spot, that's all. A better spot. You made it show to me at once. Is that really all it takes to make you do whatever I want? I don't know what to present to her. Hanging in front of the door is a fir tree, right? Yes, they're usually associated with winter. This door leads to autumn wing. It's all part of someone's elaborate ruse. You're ready for that autumny feel. Everyone's stay green all year round, Kate. It's the name. Sure, I knew that. Here's marked with a nice autumny looking tree. Yeah, at least to the winter ring. It's all part of the deception. So at least if you like, make things a little more wintry, you better leave them alone, Kay. Sunflowers by the door. Nice. Being a doormat for the entrance to the summer wing, I suppose. Summer is also vacation time. Every great thief knows that means tourists with bulging wallets. Good bargain, Kate. Isn't that a little beneath a great thief? Yeah, maybe you're right. There's a toilet by the door, right, Mr. Edworth? Yes, it leads to the spring wing. Spring. A popular time to move house. Makes it open season for great thieves. Spring is a little beneath the great thief, wouldn't you say? Yeah, I guess you're right. So we're gonna have to present something to her. I'm kind of feeling, like I should maybe stop streaming a little bit early tonight. As I said, I haven't really been the best today. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm very, very sorry. We're just getting 30 minutes early here. So thanks for joining me tonight. We just saved, so it'll be fine. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great night and a great day tomorrow. I'm very sorry that my health issues seem to be causing more issues this week. At least I'm doing better than last week, so improvement. I may end up having to go to the doctor at some point, although I got a pretty idea what's going on. And the doctor cannot help. Probably. So good night, everyone. Sleep well. Have good dreams. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to do better tomorrow and do a full stream. But yeah, thanks everyone. Sleep well. Fox out. Night night.